Good evening. Your Wit Nation wants to know. We'll first take a look at the headlines this hour.
कि अपने बच्चों को इसके अपने घरों में रखना है। ये जो लोग बयानबाजी दे रहे हैं, ये महबूब मुफ्ती और नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस, ये वोट बैंक हासिल करने के लिए।
Kashmiri silence fearmongers embrace Modi government's move to integrate Jammu and Kashmir, but netas continue to play petty politics. As centre relaxes restrictions in the valley, Times now reports from remote corners of the state, Kashmiris wait in anticipation, pin hopes on new promises by the government. Nation honours Pranab Da with Bharat Ratna, but his own party snubs him. Congress top brass Sonia Gandhi, Manmohan Singh, Rahul Gandhi skip the prestigious ceremony. Supreme Court blocks delay tactics in the Ayodhya case, rejects petition by Muslim side that claim day-to-day hearings are inhuman and practically impossible. Floods wreak havoc across 4 Indian states. Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Kerala worst hit. Times now reports from on ground as state NDRF and army undertake massive rescue operations. Now, the situation in Kashmir is heading towards normalcy at a quick pace. But for the first time since the NDA government's decision to scrap the special status, streets are teeming with people in many districts across Kashmir. In a huge victory, Friday prayers have also passed off without any incident in the valley, signalling that Eid festivities could also pass off peacefully, and Kashmiris have welcomed this move to integrate it. Schools have been reopened in several places and shopkeepers have opened up their shutters as well.
Kashmir on road to success, and how it will happen is one of the biggest things for which not only government, there are individuals, the real Kashmiris, who want to bring peace and normalcy in the valley, who want to work for the development. I'm joined by Farooq Ahmed Ghani, who has been working against the corruption which was prevailing in the valley. कैसे देख रहे हैं आप, क्या आप देख के चल रहे हैं 370 हटने के बाद?
370 हटने के बाद तो हमें लग रहा है कि जिस दलदल में जम्मू कश्मीर के लोग फंसे हुए थे, तो ये सारा कारण जो था ये यहाँ की पॉलिटिशियन की वजह से हुआ था। लेकिन आज खुशी की बात है कि हमें लग रहा है, जिस तरह कल शाम वजीर आज़म हिंदुस्तान ने एक स्पीच दिया है, शायद वो आपके सामने ही है, तो मुझे इंडिकेशन लग रही है कि ये जो यहाँ यूथ की बेरोजगारी का प्रॉब्लम है, शायद मुझे लग रहा है कि अप्रैल के बाद कोई यूथ यहाँ बेकार नहीं रहेगा।
इंडस्ट्रीज ने भी बोल दिया अब डेवलपमेंट के लिए पैसे आएंगे।
हाँ, इंडस्ट्रीज उस उरूज पर जाएगी कि हम स्विट्जरलैंड की तरह एक उरूज पर पहुंचेंगे। तो ये हमें लग रहा है कि ये जो सारा कारण जो है, ये तो कई लोगों की वजह से यहाँ हुआ है। आज से 20 साल 30 साल पहले इस पर सोचना चाहिए था, लेकिन आज की गवर्नमेंट ने जो फैसला लिया है, मैं उसको वेलकम करता हूं जम्मू कश्मीर अवामी फोरम की तरफ से, और हम इस फैसले को स्वागत करते हैं। और ये कश्मीर यूथ के लिए, कश्मीर फ्यूचर के लिए ज़रूरी था। तो हमें तरक्की के साथ
आप लोग कैसे बचे रहेंगे? अभी तो हाउस अरेस्ट में है बहुत सारे पॉलिटिशियन, बट जैसे ही बाहर आएंगे वो जहर उगलना शुरू करेंगे, लोगों के बीच में जाना शुरू करेंगे। इससे कैसे आप अपने बच्चों को, अपने परिवार वालों को, अपने आसपास वालों को समझाएंगे?
ये तो सीधी सादी बात आपने की है। हमने पिछले 3 साल से इन पर करप्शन के बारे में सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट के साथ कई इश्यूज, कई सेमिनार्स और कई रैलीज हमने निकाली हैं, लेकिन इनकी नजर हम पर है, ये शायद यही लोग करवा रहे हैं। लेकिन ऊपर भगवान है, खुदा है, तो खुदा के सामने इनको जवाब देना है, होना है। तो आज मुझे लग रहा है कि ये लोग हमसे मुकाबला नहीं करेंगे।
बच्चों को कैसे समझाएंगे, क्योंकि बच्चों को काफी ज्यादा बदकाल आने की कोशिश होती है।
अगर आपका मुझे आशीर्वाद है तो आप मेरे साथ आ जाओगे, सिर्फ 15 मिनट में 300 लोग जमा हो जाएंगे, वो आपकी बात सुनेंगे। मैं प्रैक्टिकल तौर पर आपको मैदान में दिखाना चाहता हूँ।
तो ये प्रोपेगेंडा शुरू होने से पहले आप जाएंगे, बताएंगे कि आखिरकार महत्व क्या है?
बिल्कुल। मैंने कल भी 10-15 कस्बे किए। मैं कल सोईबुग में गया था, मैं कल चौडोरा में गया था, मैं कल बड़गाम में था, मैं कल बेमिना में था, मैंने वहां भी उनको कह दिया है कि अपने बच्चों को इसके अपने घरों में रखना है। ये जो लोग बयानबाजी दे रहे हैं, ये महबूब मुफ्ती और नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस, ये वोट बैंक हासिल करने के लिए जब इनको डिफेंस करना था तो इनको यहां नहीं बैठना था, इनको वजीर आजम के टेबल पर जाना था। तभी ये लोगों के सामने कहेंगे कि हम दिल्ली गए थे, हमने इसको डिफेंस किया है, लेकिन ये यहाँ रोड पर आ गए हैं। तो इससे आज इन लोग इनको मजम्मत करते हैं।
ठीक है। They've heard from the real Kashmiri voices which is coming out, those who have been seen on the street fighting against corruption. They want to bring peace, and the message from the Prime Minister will be very well circulated by these people so that the real cause of development should come to Kashmir.
All right, let's go right across to our guests who are joining us live at this point in time. We have Narendra Taneja, spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, joining us from the National Capital. Captain retired Anil Gaur, political and defence expert, joins us from Jammu. We also have with us live at this point in time Ashutosh, senior journalist, joining us from Delhi, and also with us is Anirban Banerjee, political analyst, joining us live as well. Let me come across to you first. Narendra Taneja, the question that in fact many would be asking, or many were wondering, is as to what would take place when the partial relaxation took place for Friday prayers today. But judging by what has transpired today, can we expect that on Monday Eid festivities would also, once again be normal? The situation would, the law and order situation would be completely under control?
Well, you don't buy what I say, just see what happened today on the ground. The prayers were peaceful and lots of people came out, and if you could send your reporters to different villages, look at the reports which are coming in from villages across Jammu and Kashmir, mainly from southern part of the valley. Reports are very encouraging. People are asking questions, they want to know more about it. Officials are there to explain and answer their questions, and overall, if you look at it, the atmosphere is actually very, very encouraging. You see, there would always be people who are trying to mislead them by giving misleading statements and all that. But the government is prepared for that. And those also on the ground, they are prepared for it. They will do their job, because after lots of people, they have been living a very lavish life, for decades now, based only on this, that without them, Jammu and Kashmir, especially when it comes to political order, has no life.
Yes.
So, today things have changed. The order has changed.
All
so
right, the political order has changed. So that's the message coming in, as Mr. Narendra Taneja has been saying. And I want to put this question across to Ashutosh Mishra, who is also joining us. Ashutosh Mishra, the question is that, the kind of fear-mongering, or the kind of statements, let me put it that way, that have been coming in from opposition leaders on the day that it was implemented last Monday. The question is, that doesn't seem to be the sentiment on ground as far as the common Kashmiri is concerned. Even this partial relaxation has seen the situation pretty much under control, wouldn't you say?
So that is what the ADG is also saying, that the situation is under control, but steps will be taken to maintain law and order situation. Now, if everything was normal, Ghulam Nabi Azad wouldn't have been sent back from the airport. The Yatris, Amarnath Yatris would be back. The students who have been asked to leave would have rejoined. All the tourists who were asked to go midway would have been there. Let us be clear that right now what we are seeing is that what we are hearing is more from Jammu, where you have removed section 144 also.
No sir, there are several pictures from the Kashmir Valley. Please look at your screens over there. You can see the boards of Srinagar. You are seeing pictures of Srinagar, Ashutosh Mishra. Please, let's not confuse our viewers. Those are pictures from Jammu, as well as several pictures which are coming in from the Kashmir Valley as well. Our reports from Srinagar were there for you to see.
The schools that were reopened were in Jammu. Some of the mosques that was shown were from Samba, which is again in Jammu. And
Srinagar,
Kashmir is normal, everybody will welcome it. But the problem here is that the ADG himself is not saying that the Kashmiri situation is normal right now. I will trust the police ADG rather than what I hear.
Okay, let me quickly bring in Captain Anil Gaur.
Nirmal Singh.
Let me bring in Captain Anil Gaur on this. Captain Anil Gaur,
leader.
do you agree with Ashutosh Mishra where he says the situation is limping back to normal only in the Jammu region, not in the Kashmir region? I mean, we have pictures on our screen, but Ashutosh Mishra says that he would choose to believe the ADG DG of police, who he claims says that situation is still far from normal. How do you respond to that, Captain Anil Gaur?
See, Madhav, the problem here is that all the Congress supporters, first of all, are never going to come round to the fact that 370 has been removed, 35A has been removed, which was brought in very, very in a shady manner by Jawaharlal Nehru to force the people that time to include all this, even when Dr. Ambedkar refused to put this in the constitution. So they will never agree to this. But the fact remains that today, all across Jammu and Kashmir, people are very happy that 370 has gone, 35A has gone, and the state is now is one of the states as the other 28 states of the Indian Union. Of course, it has been divided into union territories, which Jammu people have I would say, a reservation on that, because they were asking for a Jammu state on its own. And the Prime Minister in his speech yesterday has promised that yes, statehood would come, but I hope it comes, because otherwise Jammu people will then feel shortchanged. Because they don't want to go around with the Kashmiri leadership.
All right.
And today,
stay with us, Captain Anil Gaur. Also request Anirban Banerjee for your thank you for your patience. Just stay with us. I want to also show our viewers what the DC of Kishtwar said about the situation on ground while speaking to Times Now. Let's take a look at this and then we restart this debate.
We have given relaxation in parts of our town from 4 to 5, and we are thinking to relax the curfew from 5:30 to 6:30 in other parts of our town. Overall situation went peaceful and normal.
Sir, security forces, people are demanding for restoration of mobile calling service. Is it possible, and how?
We will take decision later on this aspect.
All right, let me take this across to Anirban Banerjee, who is also with us. Anirban Banerjee, obviously the situation on ground is limping back to normal. That's what we are saying over here. And the fact that today we have seen a clear rejection of what kind of fear-mongering was going on in terms of the rhetoric of what would happen, the dire consequences of the removal of Article 370, none of that has happened on ground. That's all that we are saying. Certainly, of course, security forces are there. There are certain restrictions, but as they are being lifted, the situation, at least as of now, appears to be normal.
Well, we certainly hope that actually nothing bad happens in the valley. We certainly hope that peace prevails. But we must also remember that during the Nazi Germany rule of Adolf Hitler, there was an organization.
Sir, why are you comparing this to Nazi rule, sir? That's very unfortunate. I only will say, Anirban Banerjee, that's very unfortunate. This is the reason.
Out of context. And there were organizations.
I mean, Anirban Banerjee, the controversy over Adhiranjan Chaudhary calling this concentration camps, the dust over that has not settled. And here you are comparing Kashmir to Nazi Germany. Where is the Nazi Germany comparison even come from?
By the Sangh Parivar.
What are you saying, sir?
Adolf Hitler is someone
Come on,
who is
please.
worshipped by the Sangh
Let's not
Parivar.
lower the level of this debate. Anirban, please, let's not lower the level of this debate. Let's not lower the level of this debate. All right, I want Capital Anil Gaur to respond to that. Capital Anil Gaur, is there any way that this kind of bizarre comparison can be made?
Of Jammu and Kashmir people. These sort of statements are totally uncalled for.
Nobody in Kashmir was able to hear what he was saying.
Everybody, all people who have got dish antennas, who have got their own dish, are able to hear what I'm saying. And when you compare the situation here today to the Nazi Germany, I think you are totally out of context, and this is a total, I would say, a shady way of speaking things.
Well, absolutely. I see some couple of hands also going up. Narendra Taneja as well as Ashutosh Mishra are on this debate as well. Narendra Taneja.
You sit there in the air-conditioned studio and say all this. You should have shame on you.
See, kindly allow me to speak.
Yes.
You see, the point is that, you know, people like Mr. Banerjee, it's unfortunate you call such people because they are not interested in debate. They are interested in their propaganda. They've got sick mind, and sick mind talks sick things. So such sick people, I don't want to debate with such people who don't know history. I have lived in Germany. I know what you know, Nazis did there. And you know, the point is the comparison that he's trying to make based on maybe 2 or 3 books he have read is just nonsense. This man is sick. Otherwise, no normal or healthy person would talk like this. What we are debating Kashmir, and he is after RSS, he is after Sangh, he is comparing. On what basis? In Nazi Germany, could you talk this nonsense on television? Could you do that and get away with it? Mr. Banerjee, you are sick.
Of the Jews supported Hitler.
It's shame that you should come on national television on prime time and talk like this. And you should be allowed to talk.
Hitler was a
And you should be allowed to talk.
No, Mr. Banerjee, please, let's not make this debate a puerile one. Let's please stick to the topic at hand, which is Kashmir. And after the break, we're going to just do that. Gentlemen, please stay with us. We're going to slip into a very quick break. We'll continue this debate on Kashmir, mind you, on the other side. Welcome back. We are discussing the situation in Kashmir that appears to be easing up. Restrictions, of course, being lifted and the situation remaining calm today. Let me go right across to Ashutosh Mishra. Ashutosh Mishra, the kind of controversial statements that have been made by opposition leaders, whether it is talking about a sellout as far as the NSA is concerned, whether it is talking about comparisons to concentration camps, despite the massive controversy, despite the kind of responses that we're seeing, why is it that opposition leaders continue to make such kind of provocative statements?
Madhav, the problem here is that there are also BJP leaders who are on the ground in Jammu and Kashmir, and they are having to share the same apprehensions of the local people. And here I would like to quote Mr. Nirmal Singh, who is a BJP leader. He said that there are apprehensions amongst the people in Jammu that outsiders will come and inundate Jammu and Kashmir. They will buy the land and everything. So he said that he has spoken to the center and there will be laws to restrict purchase of land. So that means that apprehension is there on ground, which may not be so visible on television. Now coming back to what we were talking about, the Article 370 being included in the constitution in a shady manner, one of my co-panelists said. It has been removed in the more clandestine and shady manner right now. Okay. And it has been done with an eye on elections, was obvious from the address of the Prime Minister.
Okay, you made 2 points. You made 2 points. Let's get in a quick response. Captain Anil Gaur's hand is up. Captain Anil Gaur, 2 very important points. Is there an apprehension still about outsiders coming in, as Ashutosh claims there is? And B, he claims that the manner in which it was was taken out or the abrogated, that itself has raised questions. One second, Ashutosh. 1 second. You've made a point. Let me at least paraphrase that for Captain Anil Gaur. Yes, Captain Anil Gaur.
Yeah. See, the apprehension that he says, people of Jammu and Kashmir, they do want a law like what is in Himachal, that anyone cannot buy land. They have to take permission as per what Himachal cabinet has also passed, the 118, that they should take permission from the state government. Because right now, if you see what has happened over the years, Rohingyas have come and settled in Jammu and Kashmir even when Article 370 and 35A was on. Who has got them over here? It is I don't want to name the parties, but it is known who have been bringing them here to act as their vote banks. The BJP didn't bring them, the Panthers party did not bring them, the other regional parties did not bring them, but the National Party brought them. So this apprehension is very much there. And we all here would like that, yes, if an act like that is enacted, that anyone who wants to buy land has to take permission from the state government, would be welcome.
Ruled by the BJP.
All right,
this is
all right.
Statistics.
Gentlemen, I'm sorry, but we're completely out of time on this debate. Certainly a lot more to discuss on that, but the larger question, the larger message coming in from on ground in Kashmir is there for all to see. I'd like to thank all of you for joining us. Ashutosh Mishra, Narendra Taneja, Captain Anil Gaur, as well as Anirban Banerjee on The Nation Wants to Know this evening. We're slipping into a very quick break. More updates on the other side.
The biggest television...
Welcome back. The Modi government yesterday conferred the highest civilian honour to Congress stalwart and former President Pranab Mukherjee. And in fact, while the nation honoured Pranab, his own party, the one he served all his life, abandoned him. Congress top brass, Sonia Gandhi, Manmohan Singh, Rahul Gandhi, none of them turned up for the big day to honour Pranab. Times now asked a senior Congress leader why the party's leaders were being so petty. And he confirmed that the Congress was upset with Pranab Mukherjee for attending the RSS event in June last year.
Pranab Mukherjee has enjoyed lot of power in Congress party.
we have given a highest position of president post also. Debate our policy, debate our ideology, that is the feeling, so that's why nobody, whether it may be various reasons, but I'm thinking on that is the only reason. He enjoyed all power and he has gone to the RSS headquarters and attended to that meeting. So on that day onwards, everybody was little bit unhappy about Pranab Mukherjee going there. That is.
The BJP has meanwhile slammed the Congress's shocking demeanor.
ये गांधी फैमिली का प्रॉब्लम है. इट इज दे थिंक दैट एक्सेप्ट देमसेल्फ nobody should get anything in this country, whether it is prime minister or anything. Only under the compulsion they made the Pranab Mukherjee as Rashtrapati, and now we are recognizing his knowledge and service. When Modi government awarded him with Bharat Ratna, they are skipping it, and that is the mentality and the nature of Gandhi family and also the Congress party.
अब ये तो इसीलिए हमने कहा कि कांग्रेस पार्टी को हो क्या गया है, हमें आज तक इस बात का को समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. अब कांग्रेस पार्टी कर क्या रही है? एक प्रणोदा जो है वो आज पार्टी के लीडर नहीं है किसी, आज जो है वो देश उनके प्रति विश्वास करता है, और अगर उनको भारत रत्न दिया गया है तो उसमें सभी लोग शामिल हुए थे. वो लोग शामिल ना हो, पता नहीं क्यों नहीं शामिल हुए.
And Congress leader Tariq Anwar defends a no-show by Gandhis at the Bharat Ratna event where Pranab Mukherjee was in fact honored.
प्रणब मुखर्जी जी डिज़र्व करते थे और उनका इस देश में, इस देश के उत्थान में बहुत योगदान है. उन्होंने भारत की काफ़ी लंबे समय तक सेवा की है और उनकी उस सेवा को देखते हुए राष्ट्रपति ने उनको भारत रत्न से नवाजा है.
सुनने में आ रहा है कि गांधी फैमिली ने वो अटेंड नहीं किया.
मुझे इसकी कोई जानकारी नहीं.
Big breaking news coming in. The president has given assent to the J&K reorganization bill. This is, of course, in effect, this means that it will now be the law of the land. Parliament, through sessions of Parliament, two houses of Parliament in the budget session, of course, having actually passed the bill, and now, of course, the bifurcation getting presidential assent as well. Let's take this across to Aditi, who's joining us on the phone line. Aditi, this means that it is now in effect the law of the land as far as the bifurcation of the state of Jammu and Kashmir is concerned.
Yes, Madhav, after the successful passage of the Jammu and Kashmir reorganization bill, both in the Rajya Sabha and in the Lok Sabha today, the Rashtrapati Bhavan, which is the President of India, has given the official assent to the bill, which means, as you rightly pointed out, that the bifurcation now stands to become a law, which means Jammu and Kashmir now officially becomes a union territory, with Ladakh being another union territory without the legislature. Very soon, Madhav, just like this, the resolution that was also passed by both the houses, which pushed for the abrogation of Article 370, will also be getting the assent of the Rashtrapati Bhavan, which clearly would mean that both the big moves that were made by the Modi government of abrogation of article and also of the bifurcation of the state of Jammu and Kashmir will now officially be put into place.
Thanks so much for that update there, Aditi. Moving on, the state that witnessed a deluge last year is again facing floods this year. Kerala, in fact, has seen heavy rain, which has brought life to an absolute standstill, especially in the districts of Idukki, Malappuram, Wayanad and Kozhikode. 22 people have lost their lives in the last 3 days and thousands have been evacuated to safe shelters. Schools and colleges in all 14 districts are shut except in Thiruvananthapuram and Kollam. The Chief Minister today held an emergency meeting to take stock of the situation as more rain is predicted by the Meteorological Department in the next 24 hours. Here are ground reports from flood-affected areas.
As a second spell of monsoon wreaked havoc in different parts of Kerala, especially in the northern parts and the central parts of Kerala, where I'm standing right now is in Ernakulam, in a place called Chundanthuruthu, which is in the Nedumbasheri Panchayat. As you see on the screen, in this area, the water level has risen by at least 2 to 3 feet above the normal level. And the water from the various rivers, especially the Chalakudi river, which is overflown in this area, has caused a huge embarrassment, because most of the families, around 60 to 70 families from this area, has been evacuated to safer camps. As you see on the screen, that big vehicles have been moving with greater difficulties in this place. Families, especially young women, elderly people, and senior citizens from various parts of this inundated area is being moved to relief and rescue camps. It needs to be seen as how things are going to improve in the next 24 hours. If the rain continues at this stage, the water level, what you see in the screen, is still going to increase, and things are going to be extremely difficult for the people. 55 families from this area alone have been moved to various camps. In Ernakulam district, around 115 camps have been opened, and nearly 450 families are staying in various relief and rescue camps. As of now, 32 people have lost their life in the floods that has hit the state in the last 48 hours.
Well, we are presently in Kannur district of Kerala, and you can see behind me, what you see is Parsini Kadava. And you can see the kind of flow. Those are coconut trees. Complete areas inundated with water. This entire river, you can see the kind of flow that is there. What you see far away there is Parshini Kshetram, which is a very famous temple in this part of Kannur. A lot of people keep visiting, devotees keep thronging this particular temple. It is completely inundated with water. You can see a lot of people who have been coming here from various parts of Kerala because of the heavy rains. It's like a holiday for them, because educational institutions have declared a holiday. But the fact remains, on both sides of this river, all the houses have been emptied. People have been taken to various camps. Special rescue centers have been set up. In fact, I have with me one person.
Naniyur number.
Okay. He is from Naniyur Nambalam. ഇവിടെ അടുത്തുള്ള വീടുകളൊക്കെ
എല്ലാ വീടുകളെല്ലാം മറ്റേ സ്കൂളുകളിലും ബന്ധു വീടുകളിലെല്ലാം ആയിട്ടാണ് ഉള്ളത്. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ജമാഅത്ത് പള്ളിയെല്ലാം വെള്ളം കയറിയിട്ടുള്ളത്. പറമ്പിലെ പള്ളിയിലേക്കാണ് എല്ലാവരും ഇന്ന് വന്നത്. ഇനി പെരുന്നാൾ നിസ്കാരം തന്നെ അവിടെ നിസ്കരിക്കാൻ പറ്റുമോ എന്നുള്ള ഒരു സംശയമാണ്.
Despite being a Friday and despite being Bakrid, a lot of mosques in this area are all inundated with water. He's saying a lot of people have actually gone to their relatives' houses and also have moved to rescue centers that have been set up. In fact, let me continue talking to him. Cheta, ഇവിടെ എത്ര വീട്ടുകാരാണ് ഇവിടെ അടുത്തുള്ള വില്ലേജസിലെല്ലാം മാറ്റി അവരെ?
എല്ലാവരും മറ്റേ ജനങ്ങളെല്ലാം ബന്ധു വീടുകളിലേക്കും സ്കൂളുകളിലേക്കും ഇപ്പൊ ആളെല്ലാം പോയിരിക്കുന്നു.
എത്ര ദിവസമായിട്ട് ഇവിടെ മഴയുണ്ട്?
ഇവിടെ 3-5 ദിവസമായി.
For the past 5 days, it has been incessantly raining here, is what he says. കഴിഞ്ഞ വർഷം പ്രളയം വന്നപ്പോൾ ഇത്ര ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു മഴ?
ഇല്ല, പ്രളയം ഇവിടെ ബാധിച്ചിട്ടേ ഇല്ല കഴിഞ്ഞ പ്രാവശ്യം.
ഈ പ്രാവശ്യം ആദ്യമായിട്ട് ഇത്രയും.
പിന്നെ കൊടുങ്കാറ്റെല്ലാം വന്നതിന് ശേഷം ഇപ്പം കുറച്ച് നാശനഷ്ടങ്ങളെല്ലാം പറമ്പുകളെല്ലാം ഉണ്ടായിട്ടുണ്ട്. കുറെ മരങ്ങളും പിന്നെ വീടുകൾക്കെല്ലാം കേടുപാട് പറ്റിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. കാറുകൾക്കും വണ്ടികൾക്കെല്ലാം കേടുപാട് പറ്റിയിട്ടുണ്ട് ഈ പ്രാവശ്യം.
He's saying even when the floods came last year, the waters had not risen as much as it has this year. For the past 4 to 5 days, it has been continuously raining. Foodum അങ്ങനത്തെ കാര്യം ആവശ്യത്തിനുള്ള ഗവൺമെന്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടോ? ഇപ്പം
ഒന്നും ചെയ്തിട്ടില്ല, ഇതുവരെ ഒന്നും ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല. പിന്നെ നാട്ടുകാരെ വക ഇപ്പൊ ഇങ്ങനെ ഫുഡെല്ലാം എത്തിച്ചു കൊടുക്കുന്നുണ്ട്.
ഇവിടെ ആൾക്കാരൊക്കെ രക്ഷപ്പെടുത്തുന്നത് ആരാ? NDRF, ആർമി അങ്ങനെ വല്ലതും ഉണ്ടോ?
ഇല്ല, എല്ലാവരും എല്ലാവരും സഹായിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. അതില്
ലോക്കൽ ആൾക്കാരും
എല്ലാവരും ഉണ്ട്. മീൻപിടുത്തക്കാരൊന്നും എത്തിയിട്ടില്ല. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ നാട്ടിലുള്ളവർ തന്നെ പരസ്പരം അങ്ങനെ രാഷ്ട്രീയം നോക്കാതെ തന്നെ എല്ലാവരും ഇറങ്ങി തിരിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്.
He's saying without seeing political differences, political parties are there at the ground level trying to help people. It is the locals who are doing a great job. Most of them from both sides. If you can see here, on both sides of the bank you have houses. All of them have been rescued, have been evacuated. In fact, the numbers stand at very high. 22 lives have been lost in Kerala ever since the rains have incessantly been, it's been raining in Kerala. This particular place, a lot of visitors you can see here have been gathering throughout the day. It has been raining on and off because it is holiday for educational institutions. For the next 2-3 days it will be a holiday, so they are enjoying the rains here. But at the same time, it is a very difficult time for people in Kannur and several other areas. In fact, almost all districts in Kerala, red alert has been sounded. People have been asked to evacuate. When they are being asked to evacuate, do not stay back at home. The situation is under control, but then there is rain predicted over the next few days.
And a few months ago, parts of Maharashtra were facing drought, and now the state is grappling with a severe flood-like situation. Sangli and Kolhapur are the worst affected districts in the state. Take a look at these ground reports.
In Borgaon village of Sangli district, and you can see this entire village, which comprised of around 20,000 houses, it has been completely submerged underwater. I have some villagers with me. You can see the whole of village. In fact, in the visual circle, you can see a temple also. It has been completely submerged underwater. There are around 20,000 houses in this village that have been inundated. We'll speak to some locals. ये कितने लोग यहाँ पे रहते थे और कितने
इधर 20,000 लोग संख्या रहती है और पूरा गांव छोड़ के चला गया उधर से पानी ज़्यादा आने के बाद अभी आज थोड़ा पानी कम हो गया तो लोग भी आने लगे इधर
और आपको जो बेसिक सुविधाएं है फूड पानी वो सब मिल रहा था
वो तो इधर तो कुछ नहीं मिल रहा इधर से गांव छोड़ के चुप चले गए इधर कुछ नहीं था मिल रहा
और कितने दिन के लिए ये सब संपर्क टूट गया था
5 दिन हो गए
5 दिन से संपर्क टूट गया था आज थोड़ी परिस्थिति
आज थोड़ी व्यवस्था आज थोड़ा पानी कम होने के हिसाब से थोड़ा कम हो गया है बारिश कम होने के बाद
और एनडीआरएफ टीम भी यहाँ पे थी जो कल जिन्होंने आप लोग को यहाँ से बाहर निकाला
कल आई थी देखने में आई थी
सब लोग को आप लोग को यहाँ से बाहर
निकाला
और ऐसे बहुत सारे घर है जो कम्प्लीटली पानी के अंदर
अभी तो 50% 70% तो जो भी घर है वो पानी के अंदर ही है
So as you can see, the situation is extremely grim. We'll speak to some more locals over here. आप भी ये गांव के हो कितना कठिन परिस्थिति था ये
बहुत कठिन परिस्थिति है अभी क्या हुआ है अभी लोग आ रहे हैं लोग अभी आ रहे जिसका घर चालू हो उसका वो आ रहे हैं अभी बाकी के कोई अभी आए नहीं पौने पे उधर से भी चले गए अभी
15 साल में ये पहली बार
15 साल पहले
So exactly like worst floods that Maharashtra, the state of Maharashtra has seen in 15 long years. That's what people from Western Maharashtra are also saying. You can see the entire village has been submerged underwater.
Time now to slip into a very quick break, but lots more on the other side. Stay tuned.